Just start the work and reboot your life. Epictetus, a Stoic who wasn't here just to philosophize but to shake you by the shoulders, knew this nearly 2,000 years ago. He understood that inside every man there's a fierce struggle, a constant battle against himself, against laziness, against the fear of failure. How many times have you held yourself back, playing it safe just to have a ready-made excuse in case you failed? That's the cowardly strategy of a complacent mind. Laziness whispering in your ear, arrogance deceiving you, pride preventing you from taking risks, old sins, familiar traps. But here's the secret of the Stoics. You weren't born to be a slave to these weaknesses. Epictetus himself taught that all you need to do is take the first step to start the real work. The work of taming the beast that lives inside you, of mastering your compulsions, your pathetic excuses, your toxic inertia. That's the true reboot of your life. Do you think those ancient philosophers just sat around discussing life? No, my friend. They were in the arena, just like you are now. They wielded Stoicism as a weapon to tackle life head-on, without excuses, without half-truths. Today is the day you understand that weapon and start using it for real. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and pay close attention to the words that follow. Do you remember that guy from high school? The one who always claimed he didn't care about grades, but deep down was petrified of failure. He sat in the back of the class, smirked disdainfully when he got a low grade, and said with fake pride, "I didn't even try, man. If I wanted to, I'd crush it." Maybe you were that guy. I was that guy. That's how most of us spend our lives, pretending indifference to mask the terrifying fear of not being good enough. But let me tell you about a man. Marcos was exactly that guy. He grew up in a competitive environment, in a family of strong men, all of them soldiers or renowned athletes. From a young age, he was told he needed to be the best. But being the best came at a heavy price, the constant, haunting possibility of failure. Marcos realized early on that if he never gave his full effort, he'd always have a ready-made excuse when things went wrong. He became a master at making excuses. Over time, he turned into a man of empty promises, of "I'll do it someday," a slave to the very lies he told himself. One day, life demanded its payment. Marcos missed a unique opportunity, a job promotion that would have given him status, money, and respect. His automatic reaction was to blame luck, his boss, or his coworker who sucked up to management. But alone at home, staring at his reflection in the mirror, something changed. That night, something broke inside him. That night, he saw the harsh truth. He'd been running from the arena his entire life. Epictetus wrote, almost 2,000 years ago, about men like Marcos, about you, and about me. He asked clearly, "Why don't you finish the job if the goal is clear and you know what to do?" The Stoic philosopher knew our deadliest enemy isn't outside us, but inside. It's invisible, subtle, deceitful. It's the laziness that promises immediate comfort. It's the pride that feeds our internal lies. It's the lust for comfort and ease. Let's look closer at lust. Not sexual lust, but another dangerous form. The lust for comfort. This is the most silent and deadly form of the capital sins, because it makes you believe you're doing yourself a favor. You think you deserve rest before even fighting. The lust for comfort is a sweet poison, an anesthetic that slowly kills your warrior spirit. It makes you think you can avoid tough battles, uncomfortable conversations, and intimidating challenges. It makes you live halfway. Now hear this. You're not alive to live halfway. As Epictetus teaches, you're here to fully reboot the way you face the work of life, the real work, the only work that matters, mastering your actions, emotions, and choices. Life is far too short to waste on cowardly hesitations or mediocre excuses. It's time to start seeing Stoicism not as a distant philosophy, but as a practical tool that can radically transform every aspect of your day. How can you apply this practically? First, face discomfort as a sign that you're on the right path. The Stoics saw discomfort as a teacher and ally. If you feel anxiety, fear, or resistance, good. It means you're entering the territory of growth. The human mind was designed to seek safety and avoid danger, but that instinct often becomes a comfortable prison that stops you from moving forward. Every discomfort you face is a battle won against your weaker self. Learn to love the temporary pain of struggle, because that's what builds resilience and shapes your character. Just as a muscle needs microscopic tears to grow, your spirit needs adversity to strengthen. Don't seek only ease. Seek the growth hidden behind initial resistance. Second, establish daily routines that force you to confront what you fear. Start small, but stay consistent. Wake up early, take cold showers, say no to meaningless distractions. A daily routine is a simple yet effective way to train your Stoic discipline. Big victories are won day by day. Small actions repeated with determination create powerful habits that sustain real transformations. Don't underestimate the power of small daily steps. They are the foundation of every major change. Start right now building a daily arsenal of practical actions that challenge you, small, uncomfortable decisions that will gradually shape you into a strong, courageous man, respected by everyone around. Third, immediately stop making excuses. Every time your mind tries to justify escape, say clearly to yourself, I consciously choose to act now. Be brutally honest with yourself. Radically accept responsibility for your life. Every excuse you accept weakens your personal integrity, robs you of dignity, and turns you into a slave of circumstances. When you decide to stop lying to yourself, you gain unparalleled freedom. Life owes you absolutely nothing. All responsibility for your success or failure rests entirely on your own shoulders. Courageously accepting this is the first step toward becoming truly invincible. Fourth, the Stoics already knew that subscribing to the channel and liking the video is the next step toward rebooting your life. This is an action that demonstrates commitment to the philosophy and to yourself. Fifth, realize the incredible power of the present moment. Epictetus teaches that the past is gone. It no longer exists. The future hasn't arrived. It's not real. All you have is now. Don't wait for perfect conditions to act because they'll never come. Understand deeply that your entire life happens exclusively in the present. There is no tomorrow without now. Everything that matters is happening right this instant. Every second wasted is a small death of the person you could become. Live intensely and purposefully, grabbing every opportunity that arises before you. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait for the ideal moment. It never comes. The time to act is now, and only now. When Marcos finally understood this, he started rebuilding his life brick by brick. It wasn't easy. There were difficult days, lonely nights, fierce internal battles. But every victory, no matter how small, made him stronger. Over time, the lust for comfort lost its grip on him. Today, Marcos is a different man, respected not because he never fails, but because he always chooses to rise. You can do the same. In fact, you must do the same. The world has no place for weak men, but unlimited room for brave men who choose to master their own lives. Stoicism is the mental sword you wield against internal enemies: laziness, pride, cowardice. It's your tool to rewrite the story you tell about yourself. So stop waiting for something or someone to come save you. The hero you're waiting for is yourself. The calling you feel in your chest right now is real. It's urgent. Your life is at stake, brother. Not the illusory tomorrow, but today, right now. Enough empty promises, enough half-hearted efforts, enough living in the shadow of what you could have been. As Epictetus said, just begin. Trust me, and you will see. Listen carefully to the following words, brother. I am your teacher, and you are learning in my school. My aim is to bring you to completion, unhindered, free from compulsive behavior, unrestrained, without shame, free, flourishing, and happy, looking to God in things great and small. Your aim is to learn and diligently practice all these things. Why then don't you complete the work, if you have the right aim and I have both the right aim and right preparation? What is missing? The work is quite feasible, and is the only thing in our power. Let go of the past. We must only begin. Believe me and you will see. Epictetus, Discourses, 2:19 to 29:34. This is Epictetus's strong voice echoing through the centuries, shaking you awake. You feel the call in your flesh, don't you? You feel that throbbing desire for power, control, respect from other men, and admiration from women. It's all right there within your reach. So why do you still hesitate? Because you're still trapped in the past, enslaved by your excuses, a victim of your own insecurity. The time has come to kill that old man within you. It's time to bury your excuses, your pride, and your childish weaknesses. Step up courageously and claim the power that's always been yours. Your strength, your freedom, and your future depend on just one thing: starting. The work is simple, the task is clear. All that's missing is your decision. Stand up now. Not in an hour, not tomorrow, right now. The world doesn't wait, time doesn't stop, and life is too short to be lived in mediocrity. Be that man Epictetus challenges you to become. Free, strong, powerful. Look forward, raise your head, and master your existence. Begin now, because the perfect moment never exists beyond the present. As Seneca would say, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. Are you ready to dare?